Hello my friends, Dawn Marie here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for joining me. So today I am going to be making these two cards with these Catherine Pooler inks, and this is from my November Simon Says stamp card kit. The stamp set's called Thanks and Leaves. I am going to be using that stamp set, the couple leaves from it, and I'm going to be using a couple of butterflies from the Beautiful Day stamp set that came with our April Simon Says stamp card kit. Okay, so I'm mainly going to be showcasing the butterflies, the metal butterflies that we got in the kit, and the sentiments, because the sentiments just scream focal point to me. They're so big and beautiful. Christina Warner's handwriting is just so gorgeous. I wish I could write like that. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to alternate between a bigger butterfly and a smaller butterfly. And I'm going to go in the different inks and switch back and forth. And then when I get enough butterflies on the panel, I'll go ahead and I'll take a couple leaves from my Thanks and Leaves stamp set, and I will stamp them. And I'm going to be stamping it in green, and I think I stamped one of them in a plum, which was a big mistake because I was doing pastels up until that point. You'll see. I made two panels. The second one I did offline, and I mean off camera, and I did it without the purple, without the plum leaf. Without it, the leaf was kind of big too. It didn't look like it belonged there either. You'll see. Anyway, let me talk to you about these inks. I just got them. They're the Spa collection. I think it's called the Zen Garden Spa collection, something like that. They are lovely. They're delicious. They go on so smoothly, like butter. You know, as Laura Basson would say, like butter. Anyway, they cover a stamp solidly. You only need to tap it a couple times and put it down, and it covers that whole stamp. It lays down like a pigment ink, but I don't think it is. It might be a hybrid. It reminds me of a the Distress Oxides. You know, it reminds me of like a pigment ink, but I don't think it is. But again, it could be a pigment ink. I mean, a hybrid ink. So, because it doesn't sit there like a pigment ink. It lays down like a pigment ink, and then it dries pretty quickly. You know what I mean? So, anyway, they're beautiful inks. I got the, like I said, the Spa collection. It's all muted pastel colors. And for me, the butterflies in this kit, I saw the butterflies and immediately I thought spring. I know this is a fall kit, but I'm making a spring card. Go figure. Butterflies say spring to me, and spring says pastel colors. So I'll go ahead and I'll take some leaves from the kit, and I will stamp them out on here as well. And then I'm going to cut some panels with my favorite things, stitch rectangle die, and start assembling my card. So there's my panels. I made one bigger than the other because I'm having one that's landscape and one that's portrait. So now while I'm making this card, I'm figuring it out as I'm making it for you guys. So what you see is my process, you know what I mean? Literally. This isn't I've already figured it out and I'm going to record it situation. This is I'm recording it as I figure it out. I mean, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So, and I did cut a lot of it out, a lot of the figuring out part. I had stamped a couple of the sentiments and a couple different embossing powders I didn't like. I ended up liking what I do, so you'll see that. But here I am trying out a design, and I decide that this is what I like right here. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this sentiment out, and I've already figured out what ink I want because I've tried the others and I don't like it. So I'm using the spruce ink from Catherine Pooler, and I'm going to heat emboss it with this icicle clear ink from Brutus Monroe. And they emboss lovely too, because they stay wet longer. So like I said, it's kind of like, I guess they stay wet longer. I don't know. They're kind of like pigment inks, but I don't think they are. I think they're a hybrid. I'll have to figure it out. So now I'm using a Skylight ink. It's a blue ink, and I'm doing the other sentiment for the other card. It's the long sentiment in the stamp set. And I'm going to heat emboss that one as well with the icicle embossing powder. So I hope you have all signed up for the giveaway, because today is the last day. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'm going to pick the winner. So there is a $25 gift card from Simon Says Stamp, and that's open to everybody, okay, as long as you're 18 years or older and you follow the guidelines and rules that I have in my description of that video from YouTube. Okay, the rules are on the Monday video. I think that's 10/27. You have to comment on that video, you have to be a subscriber, you have to be a follower for Instagram, and you can win the $25 gift card. Also, I'm going to include with the USA only, because shipping is going to be astronomical if I try to send it internationally. So I'm just doing the USA only is going to get the extras. I'm going to include an alcohol lifting, a distress glaze, 3 alcohol inks rather, and a Simon Says Stamp. It's a chihuahua and a taco kind of thing. So that's what's included in for USA only, but it's open internationally for the Simon Says Stamp card kit, which is for $25. Okay, so don't forget, sign up for it. That way I can pull your name if you're going to be a winner, and I will announce the winners at 6 p.m. I'm going to do it around 6 p.m. on Instagram. Okay, so back to the card. I have my sentiments all stamped. I have my panels all glued down. I used my Gina K Connect glue, and I think it's glued down. Let's put it that way. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so now I'm using some foam tape on my panels, and I'm going to pop them up for some dimension. Okay, where my sentiments are, and then I'm going to play with my butterflies. These butterflies are gorgeous. I had to use them on the card. First thing I thought when I saw this kit was I need to use the butterflies right away. And like I said, butterflies to me say spring. So I'm going to take these, I cut them, I stamped them leaves out, and I fussy cut them, which you probably saw because I showed that. I showed a little bit of fussy cutting. And I'm going to tuck them into the butterfly that I'm also going to pop up with these dimensional foam squares. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to tuck them leaves in, and I glue them with my Connect glue. So I hope you're all having a good day. It's one of those, it's a very windy, and it's kind of like rainy but not really, you know, like it rains, it don't rain, it rains, it don't rain. It's just a weird, we've been having such weird weather. But it's nice. I kind of like it. It's not cold. Yesterday was warm. I actually had the air conditioner on in my car, which is funny because the day before I was freezing. I had to turn my heat on in the house. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay down the butterfly, and I futz around with it a lot, but I cut some of that out because, you know, it just takes me forever to pick a spot. And I'm gluing my leaves in, and I'm tucking them in right above my sentiment. This is my favorite card of the two. You know how you do a card sometimes and you're like, yeah, it's okay. And then you do a card sometimes and you're like, oh my god, I love this card, you know? Every now and then you get a card, you know, sometimes more frequently than other times, but you get a card that you really like, that you did. And you just proud of yourself. I'm kind of liking the way I did this card. I can't lie. So there we are. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some sequins. I use some iridescent bubbles from Studio Katya. Okay, I'll put 3 or 4 of them down. And I'm using my little pick-me-up tool that I got from Amazon for about $8. Works just as good as a crystal katana, I guarantee it. And it cost me a fraction of the price. But, you know, maybe it doesn't work as good. I don't know. But that Marvy Jewel Pick, it was awful. I hated it. It stopped working 5 minutes after I got it. Okay, so now that was the end of that card. I finished it. Now I'm working on the second card. I'm going to be popping up the panel again with some foam tape underneath that sentiment. And I'll be using some butterflies on this card as well. So I'm using some Pretty Pink Posh clear droplets in 6mm and 4mm on this card. And I'll go ahead and I'll put some butterflies down. I put them on each corner, and I use some dimensionals on that as well. These butterflies are so pretty, they're so intricate. I'm going to have to save some of them for future cards though, because I love them so much. I may even have to buy more, I don't know. But yeah, so I'll put some foam tape under there, get that all set. I slowed the video down a little bit because the first time I did the voiceover, it was just so fast. I was like, blah, 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 blah. And even I thought I was too fast. Okay, so here are some close-up photos of today's cards. The supplies I used have been listed in the description below and also on my blog. Leave me a comment with any questions or suggestions, or just say hello. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget, you can sign up for my newsletter on my blog as well, and it'll let you know whenever I have any kind of new content on YouTube or my blog. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's card using the Simon Says Stamp November card kit, and if you did, why not go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, you could subscribe if you're not already. I would love to have your support. I typically have new content 2 to 3 times a week, okay, so there'll be something new coming up. Don't forget the drawing. I'll announce it on Saturday around 6 p.m. on Instagram. You have to be a follower of Instagram, you have to be a subscriber, and you have to comment on Monday's video. Alright, have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye now.